Hello everyone, this is Saurian Target coming back at you with a special Top 5 episode where we are going to be looking at the top 5 things that Carnivores HD and Reborn did better than the originals, excluding the updated graphics. I was recently issued this nearly impossible challenge by Tyrannosaurus Lives, so here is my response to that challenge. Now, this is not me saying that Carnivores HD and Reborn are better than the originals. This is just my attempt to find 5 things that the Generation 2 of Carnivores did better than Generation 1, excluding the graphics, because the graphics are the obvious element that everyone points to when comparing the two. And remember, these are just my thoughts on what I think the reboots did better. If you guys have other ideas, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. So, without further ado, let's begin. Topping off the list at number 5, we have the more user-friendly gunplay. While Carnivores 2 and Ice Age had slightly more weapon quantity, the reboots arguably provided weapons of better quality. The original weapons were very large and clunky, and provided the hunter with very limited movement. They could only be aimed down the iron sights when out, and could only be reloaded once an entire clip had been depleted. You can't run or jump with them, and this tends to lead to very static hunting scenarios, with hunters essentially locked in place, and it can lead to a frustrating waste of ammunition. The newer weapons played out much more realistically. Players can hip-fire them, sprint with them, and reload with them at any point while running through a clip. This, coupled with the hunter breathing effects and real-time bullet drop, makes for a much more fun yet still challenging hunting experience. The lack of floating crosshairs keeps the sense of realism alive and keeps the feel of hunting as grounded in realism as possible. So providing a much more realistic and fun sense of handling weapons without sacrificing the overall Carnivores feel tops the list at number 5. Moving down to the number 4 spot, we have a more compact HUD system. Part of what adds to the immersion of the Carnivores hunting system is the wind indicator and compass, which allows hunters to use wind direction and general coordinates in conjunction with the area map to tactfully track and hunt their prey. However, these items tended to get a little cluttered on the screen. In addition, what exactly are they doing there? I get that pressing the map button symbolizes the hunter pulling out the map and checking it, but does he constantly have a wind indicator and compass just hovering a few feet in front of him? Luckily, Carnivores HD got rid of some of the mess by compacting all of the hunting accessories into a small device known as the Gadget, later renamed the MIST device in Carnivores Reborn. This little device holds the area map, which uses radar to only show dinosaurs within 300 to 500 meters, which is a much more sensible feature in my opinion, along with the wind indicator, dinosaur call, binoculars, and more. This provides a sense of vulnerability when using only the weapons, and forces players to swap back and forth between the two when hunting. This also helps sell the futuristic hunting scenario a little better, with a sci-fi device that Dino Hunt Corp states costs more than the actual dinosaur safari. So providing a more compact and realistic HUD and equipment system takes the number 4 spot. Taking the number 3 spot, we have the Customizable Trophy Room. The classic trophy room is iconic and state-of-the-art for the time, but it is also quite restrictive. You simply have to fill up the entire gallery in chronological order with the spaces you have, and if you go over the room's 24 mount limit, it will simply replace your last one with your most recent kill. While the newer trophy room only features 17 display mounts, it is much more user-friendly. Hunters can now save up to 120 dinosaurs in the gallery's memory banks, and the trophies can be rearranged and completely customized to each player's liking. Now hunters can go out and bag as many trophies as they like in hopes of taking that record dinosaur home, and simply shift through their kills to find it and place it wherever they desire. No more deleting dinosaurs and waiting to fit the record dinosaur in that exact spot you wanted. Not to mention, the new gallery comes with a pretty sweet view, some much livelier dinosaurs, and some pretty sweet theme music. So the new Customizable Trophy Room comes in at number 3. Moving down to the number 2 spot, we have the more realistic sense of hunting and gathering. In the original games, once you downed a dinosaur, it dropped. You immediately got the score, and the trophy ship automatically showed up to haul it away. This made hunting and gathering a lot easier, but perhaps a little too easy. This allows hunters to go on a rampaging murder spree and reap the benefits with relatively little work. Carnivores HD introduced a more sensible and realistic mechanic that I think works better. Once hunters down a dinosaur in the reboots, it's up to them to make sure that something becomes of it. A freshly downed dinosaur is nothing more than a carnivore attractant. Hunters need to actually go up to the dinosaur to essentially tag it and receive the score. In addition, hunters have to actually summon the trophy ship from there, which means you can pick and choose which dinosaurs you want to take back with you. Also, you now need to actually call in and rendezvous with the trophy ship, instead of an immediate evacuation. This gives off a real sense of, are you coming with me, pal? This gives off a much more realistic and urgent sense of escape to the hunts. So you downed that dinosaur from over 300 meters away on your safety rock. Congrats! Now you've got to go trek through carnivore-infested desert and escape to make anything of it. This is a much more realistic sense of hunting and collecting trophies that adds more weight and an additional challenge to the success of a hunt, and it comes in at number 2. And now, the number 1 feature that Carnivores HD and Reborn did better than the originals is recreating living, breathing dinosaurs and their interaction with each other. The dinosaurs in the originals are great, of course. They're classic, iconic, and quite memorable to many of us. However, they do feel quite robotic and programmed at times. They aimlessly walk about, go through their eating animations, and as soon as you walk into their detection range, they immediately flee or charge. It's all great stuff, revolutionary for the time, but sometimes it doesn't quite sell the immersion of hunting living, breathing animals. Carnivores HD, however, changed that. You can see the dinosaurs shift their weight as they move. Their muscles and skin flex and stretch with every movement. They breathe with heavy breaths as they drag their mammoth bodies across the landscape. They search the horizon for predators or prey. They eat when they're hungry. They drink when they're thirsty. They limp when they're injured. They seek shade to sleep. They flee from more fearsome adversaries, and the ground quakes with every step they take. I'm a firm believer that, in dinosaur games, the dinosaurs themselves should always be the focus, held to this majestic combination of science and mythology that we associated them with as kids, and the Carnivore series has always upheld that standard. But I believe that Carnivores Generation 2 stepped it up a notch. Stock sound effects and poor pathfinding aside, these new dinosaurs are majestic. They feel alive, and you really get the sense that you're hunting a living, breathing animal that could react differently depending on what you do. They have actual organs, hearts, and lungs to aim for when taking them down, instead of just blasting away until you fire the appropriate amount of bullets to reduce a dinosaur's health to 0. This is the sole reason why I even bother returning to these disappointing reboots anymore, to observe their fantastical, living, and thriving dinosaurs. I'd be willing to put these dinosaurs up against pretty much any of the other dinosaur games that came out at the time. Now, I don't want to discredit the hard work that people put into their craft, but I personally find the dinosaurs in Ark pretty hideous. And to me, the dinosaurs in the Hunter Primal are just awful. They look and behave very robotically, like they're just video game models going through their stiff animations. But Carnivores HD crafted some solid, lifelike, and majestic dinosaurs and gave them life. And that, I believe, is the number 1 thing the reboots did better than the originals. So there you go, guys. Those are my thoughts on what I considered the top 5 things that the reboots did better than the originals, minus the improved graphics. A nearly impossible task, but I hope I delivered. So what did you guys think of the list? Were there any that I forgot, or that would have made a better contender for the number 1 spot? What do you guys think the reboots did better than the originals, if anything? Let me know in the comment section below. And guys, thanks as always for all of the support. It's feedback from you guys that keeps this channel going, and it's all of the great interaction that makes videos like this happen, so keep it up. As long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep making. We're getting so close to 1,000 subscribers, and I hope to do something special for you guys then, even though it probably won't be on time. You guys know how I am with release dates. But thank you guys again for all of the support. I can't thank you enough for it. I hope you're all enjoying the new year, and I will see you guys next time.